Hi guys, James with Car Craze here. I'm back again with a new video for you. Today I am in the Mini Cooper John Cooper Works Premium Edition. This is the hottest that the Minis can get before you go for the complete range topper, the GP. I've got it in this nice green today, which I think really shows off all the little red bits which you get with the John Cooper Works package. Going to go through the usual stuff today, quick exterior tour of the vehicle, and then we'll get inside. We'll do a tutorial of the driver's cluster, and we'll also go into the central infotainment display on there. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe guys, and without further ado we shall go around the exterior. So starting off the front end, the design of the Mini John Cooper Works hasn't really changed in the past couple of years. Again, obviously being a John Cooper Works, the hot hatch version, you do get a lot of nice gloss black, and you also get some nice red bits as well, which again on this green I think really stand out. Front grille, you got the John Cooper Works front grille with the John Cooper Works badging on the side there. Your classic mini halo lights with the self-leveling system on there. You can't spec these cars with the matrix headlights, although the range on these headlights Mini claim are good for at least 300 meters, which is a lot more than what others are. Onto the wheels, I think these are the 17-inch on this version. You get your nice big, I believe they're 4-pot calipers branded with your John Cooper Works logo on there. Some more John Cooper Works badging on there. Nice design mirrors. I apologise for how dirty the car is guys. This was clean as of about 30 minutes ago, but there's so much salt and grit and horribleness on the road, it's not very pleasant. I'm in the 3-door version of the vehicle today. There is a 5-door version. Just go down the bottom there, just a standard twin pot caliper on the back, obviously slightly smaller brake disc, but the wheels are all the same. Going around the back of the vehicle, you've got the classic Mini Union Jack style lights on there, which look very, very cool. Nice roof spoiler on there for you guys, just providing a little bit of rear end grip, although this is a front wheel drive car. Going down to the bottom, your twin exhaust system. It's not the loudest system in the world. It's got valves in it, so when you do put it into sport mode, you do get a slightly deeper. It's still quite a subtle exhaust for the caliper of car, but obviously way better than what you'd get on just a standard Mini Cooper. More John Cooper Works badging on there. And then we move around, obviously, as we all know, vehicles are the same both sides. You do get your filler cap, which you just simply undo with your finger like that, and then just unscrew there, and you can put the fuel in, and that closes quite nicely there. Don't know if that actually locks. I think that yes. So does that lock? I'm not sure whether that locks when you lock the vehicle, but it has got the anti-cipher technology in there as well. And again, your John Cooper Works badging, 17-inch wheels, and there's the exterior of the car guys. So we're now going to go into the interior and we'll get going from there. Alright guys, so we're in the interior of the car now, and it is mini as usual. You've got your nice steering wheel here, very nice steering wheel, not too thin, not too thick, fits quite nicely in the hand. Digital driver's cluster in front of you. They do have a analog version of these dials, but as you may have seen from my other videos, I do love a good digital dash. Just makes the vehicle feel that a little bit more premium, which is all good. Go through the steering wheel and the instrument cluster first. So before doing anything, just need to turn the ignition on, which is done by the quite funky button down here. They've kept the sort of button layout going back to when the new Mini first came out, after the old small design Mini. So we'll just click that once, and then your displays show on there. Let's just turn all those volumes down so we don't get all the noise. So this is your driver's display. This is what comes up when you are when you've just turned the vehicle on. It keeps saying check my tyre pressures at the moment because it is cold. Let's turn that music down because we don't want that playing. There you go. So on the left you have your rev range and then your speed. That will also come shown in the middle there. There we go. Okay, tyre pressure warning's gone away. As I say, on your right, you've got your fuel gauge, which when the engine is running, you'll get a little display there telling you how many miles of fuel you've got. Not really customizable. You can't really customize this layout as far as what I've been playing with today. It is, as I said, it's just a simple layout. You do get various little icons come up depending on what modes you're in, whether your lights are on, etc. Obviously, what you get a normal car, but apart from that, there isn't, as far as what I can tell on there, no. The only thing that you can change, just in the, you might see at the bottom there, I'm cycling through various displays on there. So you've got the date, you've got your coolant temperature, your miles per gallon, 34.3, which for a 2-litre turbocharged car, you know, that's all right. Average miles per gallon, 90 miles per gallon. That, I don't know where that's come from. No idea where that's come from. There we go. So that is really the only sort of cycling that you can do through that menu. When you do have music playing, I've got my phone connected to Bluetooth. I do have some files on my phone, so you can cycle through your choices using the up and down arrows here, and as I say, you just scroll through like you would on there, press OK to play, and then you got your volume left and right on there. That is your display. There's not really much else I can talk to you about that for the moment. Steering wheel, as I said, nice decent sized steering wheel. You've got your John Cooper Works badging down there. On your left, you've got your cruise control and your speed limiter system on here. It's not adaptive on this system. You do have to manually change the speed yourself, but that's not a big deal. And then on the right, you have your volume controls, your OK button, and you can cycle through different things on there. That little top one there, that's your voice activation system, and then that's so you can answer calls hands-free. I am in the automatic, which is the 8-speed gearbox on this one. You got your paddles on here, which I like to use. You can put the car into manual mode, and you've got a plus for your gear plus on there. That's your steering wheel and instrument cluster. We'll now go on to the infotainment system on this nice screen right here. Right guys, so this is the central display. Obviously now it's a nice infotainment system. Minis of old, I believe that was your speed dial, and going right back to the original Mini, that area there would have been obviously for the speed dial. So it's nice they've kept touches dating back to the original Mini. Obviously that's when Minis were Mini. This car does feel pretty big for a Mini, but it is a nice big. This is the screen that will greet you when you get into the car. At the moment, the little center screen there is my audio. So at the moment I've got my phone connected. So at the moment we had Camel Fat playing. You could scroll between different screens on this home. We'll call it the home screen. You can either do it by touching, or because obviously Mini is part of BMW, you do get the the iDrive system. You've got physical buttons down there as well, which I quite like the rotary button, because it means, you know, just having your hand down there on the button is, you know, you can still look ahead of you rather than, you know, having to touch the screen, which can be quite distracting. I have had to move locations, guys, because the reflection on the screen was a lot worse than what it is now. I'm sorry if it's not 100% clear today. It is very bright. So as I said, you can cycle through these screens. I'm just going to use the rotary dial today just for ease, but you can use a touch screen. If I go left, you have the date on there. That all talks to the screen via your phone when you've got your phone connected. I said your main audio screen there. Obviously, if you've got the radio playing, that will display what radio you have, what station you're listening to, what song you're listening to. Navigation. So it is a BMW Mini. They're part of the same group, so it's the same navigation system on there. I've never used the navigation system on a BMW or Mini. I've always used sort of Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, but as I'm sure it's a very good system. Scroll across, My Mini, so that is just your basic display of your miles per gallon, your average speed. And then when it's connected, you will have your weather display on that screen there. And then moving over, that is any notifications you may have, so any messages or emails or any messages that the car has sent you, that will all be displayed on there. Let's just go back to that screen. On the left here, you have all your different options. So I'm gonna move it there. So media, we'll click on media. You can select what source input you want. So you've got DAB, DMB radio, FM radio, and then all the different phones and things that have been connected in the past. Yes, that's all on there. Communication, so that is your telephone system on there. When your phone's connected, you have all your contacts, recent calls, you can dial a number, manage all your mobile devices. As I said, you can get all your messages, text messages come up on there, which you can reply to using the car's voice activation system. Personalized menu, so there's not really a lot to that. You can just see on there, you can get rid of these two from the menu if you wanted to. Let's go back. Navigation, so obviously when you do click navigation, select where you want to go, recent destinations. You can type a place or postcode. Let's go on to, there we go. So the map settings are all on there. You can't copy the actual map to the digital driver's display on there like you can on some Audis, but you do get little arrows as to what way you need to go and the very, very basic instruction, but you don't get the map on that screen. Let's go back again, back again. Mini, so this is your driver car. This is where all your settings are. They're starting with vehicle settings. If it I think I need to start the car. Yes, just to start the car, just foot on the brake. You can see that the little mini start button down there, that was pulsing, so I'll just start the car. There you go, all my displays have come. I'm just going to turn that fan off so we don't get any audio interference. It's just telling me to check my tyre pressures because it is cold outside today, which I have done, although I still keep getting the message. So vehicle settings, we'll go on to vehicle settings first. Let's go right to the top. So lights is your first setting on there. You've got the exterior and interior lighting. Let's go on to interior. Ambient lighting is on at the moment. So ambient lighting is this quite groovy, almost looks like, you know, when you play music on some equalizers, you get all the little bars that go up and down. I quite like that. As far as I can work out, you can't change the color of your ambient lighting. That all changes depending what drive mode you're in and the climate and things like that. You can change the brightness, which I'm actually going to do because it was quite low. There we go. Exterior lighting. So your one touch turn signal, so that is to do with your indicators. So if you're, for example, if you're just changing lanes and you don't want to do the full indicator, you just touch it in its first notch and it will indicate 3 times, and then obviously same on the other side like that. If you want to keep your indicator on permanently, then just push it down and then it will keep indicating until you've gone back the opposite steering, or if you just cancel it by pressing down again. Down another one, your welcome lights. So when you unlock the car's headlights will come on, as well as obviously the interior lights in the car. And your home lights, so when you get out the car, the headlights will stay on. At the moment it's default to 20 seconds. That's just so obviously when you lock the car, if you parked on your drive, you can still see to get you can still see on your driveway. That's that for that menu. Doors and key, there we go. So let's just go on to, yeah, so when you open the car, unlock the car on the key, at the moment it only unlocks the driver's door, which is a bit, well, I suppose if you're the only one driving it, that makes sense. It doesn't unlock all the doors, so if you put that to all doors, and then when I press the unlock button on the key, all doors will now open. Comfort entry, so if you press the unlock button on the key twice, that will open all the windows, which is quite nice. If you want to, if it's a really hot summer's day, you want to open those windows to let some of that heat out. At the moment it's turned off, I don't really need it on, but let's just turn it on for the sake of the video. So the little button, little tailgate button, you can select what that do. So tailgate opens after unlocking, which will do automatically. Tailgate and doors, lock button there. Yeah, I think I'll just keep that on that setting there. Don't really need to do anything more on there. Relock automatically, so if the car has had a period of inactivity, that will lock the car again automatically. Lock after pulling away, so that's quite a nice feature. So when you do pull away, the doors will lock, stops anyone trying to carjack you, or if you've got kids as well, that will stop them opening the doors mid-journey. Unlock at the end of the journey, so obviously when you do stop, you want the doors to unlock so you can get out, so that will unlock the car doors when you stop. Flash for lock and unlock, so that is just your indicators, your hazards, which flash when you lock and unlock the vehicle. Intelligent safety, so this is to do with your collision warning system. So if the car detects that you're about to plow into the back of someone or something, then the brakes will automatically come on for you. The warning is sort of how when you want the warning. So as you can see, that's quite nice actually. You've got minis on there, so early warnings, so you will get the earliest warning when the car is still quite far away. You'll get a warning saying, look, you're about to rear end someone, back off. Medium, as the car gets a little bit closer, and then late. I don't know why anyone would want a late warning. Obviously you want the earliest warning possible if you are gonna get a little bit too close and start tailgating people. Let's go back on there. Speed warning, so this is to, there we go. So speed warning is if the car thinks you are going over the speed limit. As you can see on the driver display there, you've got the little 30 mile an hour. The car knows where we are, and it uses a little camera up there which looks at all the road signs. If I go over that, then the car will start bonging at me saying I'm going over. This setting here sets the threshold of how far over the speed limit you can do until it starts bonging at you. At the moment it's default to 4 miles an hour. So for example, if I'm doing 34 over, that's when the car will start beeping at me. But of course, if you are one of the people that actually do keep to the speed limit, then really you want that. I think, you can't really go under 4. Okay, fair enough. We'll go back. Configure green. So this is to do with your efficiency and the eco setting in the car. So your green limit. I don't know why the speed is set at 75 miles an hour. Let's put that back at 70, because that's the fastest that you can legally go on there. There we go. So when you are driving in its green mode, or its eco mode, you'll get a little readout on there showing you sort of when best to lift off, at what speed, what's the optimum speed to keep the efficiency as best as possible. 70 mile an hour, so you can select what speed you want that at. 70 mile an hour. I mean, they say on any car the average best speed is between 50 and 60 miles an hour to get the best efficiency. Obviously when you go faster you use more engine power. Green climate control, so when you're in your green eco setting in the car, that will also adjust to climate control in such a way that you don't drain your efficiency. For example, if you've got the air conditioning on, or if you've got your heated seats on, that does use up energy. thus increasing your fuel consumption. So that will do all sorts of magic with all the climate settings to make sure that you can use all climate but in the most efficient way possible. Going down, auxiliary ventilation. So this is to do with your preconditioning of the vehicle, which correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, I believe is only available in the automatic, because if you try to start the car remotely in a manual, either it will only do it if it detects the car's in neutral, or it won't do it at all because it can't guarantee what gear you let the vehicle in. You get the mini app, which I'm not going to demonstrate because this isn't my car and it's already configured to someone else's thing, so I won't go through that today. But you can select what times you want the climate to or the ventilation to start, which you can heat the car, you can cool the car, which is quite nice. You can also do it via the app, or you can do it via these settings on here. Vehicle tracking. So if you turn that on, you can then obviously track your vehicle on the app or online. Don't know why that's turned off. I'm going to turn that on because that is quite helpful. Going to go back on there. That's everything for your vehicle settings. System settings is next. I don't know why it starts halfway down. Mobile devices, so again, that's just so you can manage all your devices and add devices, delete devices on there. Language, that's quite self-explanatory. Set the language we're in. Obviously we're in English UK. I won't go into those ones. So that's just your language setting. Displays, so this is where you get a little bit of customization with all of this. So we'll start with control display. There we go. So the control display, this is the entire sort of system here. You can turn that off completely, and you can also change the brightness of that screen. Obviously it's on its full brightness because it does get quite shiny and reflecty when the sun is on it. So I always have it on its full brightness. Instrument cluster, so that is your driver's display here. Here you can select what information comes up. I think you will remember at the beginning of the video I was cycling through this information here. I've selected all the options on there, so when I do cycle through I do get all the options appear on that bottom bit there. Let's go back. Central display. So at the moment obviously central display is on. You can select what brightness you want it at night. I'm just going to have it full. Oh, right, standard view. So this is to do with this outer ring here. At the moment it's in ambient light mode. However, and I think this is really, really cool, speed. If you have it in speed, this sort of light ring here acts as like a dial. As you increase speed, the dial will obviously go through the range, and obviously when you decrease speed, it will go back. Engine speed, I'm going to demonstrate that now. So now I'm in engine speed. This acts like a rev counter. So you've got, obviously because we're in very low revs at the moment, that's your low revs there. And then that red and orange and red there, that is your rev range. So if I give it a little thing on the throttle, there we go, you can see that that does increase on there. I'm going to have it on ambient light at the moment, so let's put that back on there. Event view, so all these settings here determine what this little bar here does depending what buttons you press. When you get in the car, before you turn the ignition on, the little top bit here, sort of about that wide, that pulses like a heartbeat, and you can see sort of like that pulse is red in there. Navigation, when you get navigation prompts, parts of this will light up. So if you need to go straight ahead, when the sat nav says you need to go straight ahead, this top bit here again about sort of that will show. If it says to turn right, this bit here will show. sorry, that's left. If you turn right, that bit here will show. If you turn left, that bit there will show. Parking assist, so as well as getting a readout on the screen for how close you're getting, you know, obviously for your parking assist, how close you're getting, you'll also get a readout on here for your sensors. So if you're really close to something on that side, this will go yellow, orange or red depending how close you are. Obviously forward and right there as well. Telephone, when the telephone's active, you'll get a little blue bit up there which tells you that your telephone is active. USB and Bluetooth, so when you are connected you do get various little white and yellow bits on there. Climate, so just for example, I'm going to turn the climate on. At the moment I'm going to go right into the blue, so that's going to go blue, or I can increase it right into the red, so you can see. So cold, hot, cold, there we go. I'm going to turn that off for the moment. Sound, so yeah, so when you get a notification, then you'll get a little bar, orange little bar come up there. That's everything to do with that. Color scheme, so this is to do with you know, what sort of background colors and what you want dials. What, so lounge is your sort of blue, and that changes blue on there. If you're in the car's normal mode or green mode, that's, you know, the display you'll get. Sport mode, that's your red dials. I quite like it in sport mode all the time. Or you can do it on depending on drive mode. So at the moment we're in normal mode. Does it go green if you go green? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to put it back into mid setting. There we go. Obviously now if I put it into sport mode, everything changes red on there, but we're going to go back on there. I'm going to put it back onto sport because I quite like that setting. Date and time does what it says on the tin. Oh, right time. Sorry guys, so that was the automatic traffic display, and now. Sorry guys, so as far as I can see, there's no option to pause your audio via the screen or the steering wheel. You have to volume down. Tell me in the comments if I am wrong. Units, so that's your miles, kilometers, whether you want power in kilowatts or horsepower, and bars, PSI, things like that. Sound, so you know, you can play with your setting on there, and as you can see, look, when I go up the range, the little ambient light bar changes as well, which is quite cool. I'm gonna have that on about there, and I'm gonna have my treble probably about there as well. Cool. Oh, sorry, let's go back. Volume settings we missed down there. So you can set what tones you want for your navigation, how fast you want prompts given to you, the loudness of the gongs and the bongs you get in the car, how loud you want the loudspeaker in the car, how sensitive you want the microphone. Let's go back. Notifications, so again that is things like your missed calls, your messages, not really anything to do on there. Pop-ups, so that will be any sort of hints to improve your efficiency. Any other pop-up like a message, you can turn them on or off. Software update, so it can update the software via the Wi-Fi, which is quite good. Getting started, so that's if you were starting, you know, the vehicle from scratch, and then just all your data privacy settings on there. Let's go back. Contents of main menu, so there you can select what settings you want on that home screen as your main screen. I'm going to have onboard computer, minimalism analyzer, that's to do with all your eco settings. Yeah, I'm going to have the weather on there as well. Driver profiles, so you can have certain profiles. So if, for example, you share this car with someone, you can have a driver profile, save all your settings, even things like your mirror angles, they'll all save. You can have multiple profiles, so you haven't got to manually change everything every time. When you start the car, it will ask you what profile you want to have the car in, which is quite cool. Vehicle status, so that is things like your tyre pressures, your engine oil level, service requirements. What is the engine oil level like anyway? Measure the engine oil level. Start measurement. Oh, I think we're going to be here for quite a while. I'm going to go back. Technology in action. This is a personal favourite of mine. So, you know, if you're going to have a car like this, you want like loads of gadgety displays. So minimalism. So minimalism tells you whether the car, you know, how harsh the car is accelerating, and if it is accelerating. If it's coasting, it will tell you whether you're coasting. There's a brake light. No, that is basically what that is. If it's in your green mode, or well, any mode, it will tell you how many miles you could possibly gain by doing things like coasting or turning the climate control off, things like that, which is quite cool. Minimalism analyzer. So this is your green. I need to turn green mode on. There we go. Minimalism analyzer. Let's go back. So now I can put that on. So when I'm in green mode, that will measure things like my acceleration, my braking, my anticipation. Sport displays. So that is your kilowatts of power. That I can change it to horsepower, and your newton meters of torque. Vehicle and vehicle surroundings. That does basically a quick check on your car just to make sure that, you know, everything's all in order. Sport mode's off. Outside temperature low. Ready to go. There we go. Let's go back. Driving information. So onboard computer. So that tells you what your speed, your average speed is, your consumption is, and that little dial on that will read out on the right. Just tells you what your range is. Trip computer does what it says on the tin. Miles per gallon, average speed again, how many miles you've done, how many hours the engine's, how many engine hours it's had, etc. And you do get a digital version of the owner's handbook in there as well, which is quite nice. So you haven't got to rummage through what's in the glove box. That is everything on your mini settings on there. Apps, mini assistance. So that is if you ring the number from Mini, you'll be sent through to a call center dealing with minis, and then they can assist you with any assistance you need, so whether it's recovery, whether you've done something to your settings, you don't have to send them back. Mini messages. That is what you'll get. Things like if you've just connected. Sorry guys, that was a little bit embarrassing. Had a phone call mid video. Vehicle apps. So here we can, for example, there we go. You can see what your weather's doing. Any news, that only works when your phone's connected. You can actually search the web via the phone. Weather radar, which is quite cool. Mini info, manage your mobile devices. You can personalize that menu as well, which we've already looked at. That is everything on that screen, guys. So obviously, well, there's not everything on that screen, but there's a few extra buttons there as well. So at the top, you've got your hazard lights. Don't know what that bit there does. Oh, hang on. Oh, so that's to turn off your safety features on there. I don't know why you want to turn it off. So that's actually opened up another menu I can talk you through. Collision warning. So obviously that is your parking sensors around whether you're going to have a collision with anything. Pedestrian alert. That will also alert if there's any pedestrians walking out in front, and that will brake if it thinks you're going to crash into someone. Lane departure warning. So when you've got your indicator on, it will activate the sensors to see if you've got anyone in your blind spot. configuration, that just takes you to a setting we have already talked about. I think, guys, that is everything. We've already looked through all that, haven't we? That is everything on that screen there. At the bottom, we have your manual volume control. You can turn the system on or off completely. This button here, that's your quick button to your radio, if you want your radio on. Mode, that's to cycle through, that's your quick button when we want to cycle through radio or your MP3. Left and right buttons here, so you can select, you can go back a song, forward a song. If you hold it down, you can fast forward a song. And all of these buttons down here, these are your preset radio buttons on there. So you have up to 6 saved stations on there, like you would on another car. Gonna go through some more buttons in the car, guys. So down here are your climate control settings, as well as a few other little toys on there. So let me just turn that on one for the moment. I don't know how you, or if you can actually sync your, it's got dual climate control, and obviously if you don't know what that is, it means that your passenger could be one temperature and you can be a different temperature. I haven't found a way of being able to sync it, so at the moment I've had to manually set the temperatures for both sides of the vehicle. Let me know in the comments if you can do that. It has an automatic system on there as well, so that will automatically adjust the climate settings to maintain a constant temperature. It will also keep an eye on if your screen fogs up, that will automatically sort that out for you. Quite simple. Move the dial down to the blue to decrease the temperature, move it up to increase the temperature. Down here you've got your heated seats, so that's your heated seat passenger. 3 different settings on there. You've also got obviously your driver's heated seat. You just press it to adjust what temperature you want. Max screen defog, de-ice on there. Heated rear windscreen button on there. Your air recirculation, air conditioning, maximum air conditioning, which, wow, that's a powerful fan, which you press on there. And then down here, like I said at the start of the video, this pays tribute to going back to when the first new shaped Mini came out. They've kept this design here. So this one here is your auto stop start, which you can turn on or off. Your engine start stop is down there. You can toggle it up or you can toggle it down. That's to turn your stability control off, your dynamic traction control. At the moment, dynamic traction control activated. I'm going to turn that back, there we go. And this is your sport, normal or green settings, so I can cycle through that. At the moment we're on green, so eco. Mid, that's just for your everyday driving, or if you want to overtake someone, or if you want to have a sporty experience, put it in sport. The engine tone and the exhaust tone changes ever so slightly. That doesn't necessarily increase or decrease power as such, it just sort of edits how that's delivered. In green mode, I believe there is a very, very slight power decrease, but again, it's also more to do with how that power is delivered on there. That is everything down there. Obviously, as I said at the beginning of the video, I am in the automatic, so I do get the automatic shift on there. At the moment, it's in park. There's not an electronic handbrake in this car. It is still a manual handbrake. At the moment, we're in park, so when you do pull up, just press park. That will park the transmission, but you still have to use the handbrake. If I put my foot on the brake, to put it into drive, you press the little lock button on there, put it towards you like that. We're in drive. You can put it into neutral as long as your foot on the brake. No, there we go. And then you can put it in reverse. I'm going to put it back into neutral. If you want to put it into manual mode and use the paddles, you just shift it to the left, and then you can cycle through your gears as so. It's also got the shift, which you can use via here, so you can go up a gear by pulling that towards you, or you can go down a gear like that to go down a gear. I'm going to put it back into normal and park though. As I said, manual handbrake down here, and then down here, as I said, you've got your similar to your iDrive system in BMWs, so you've got actual buttons to go to various sections on the car. Center armrests, lift that up. There's just enough storage there for a glasses case. Lift that up there. That's just to adjust your what do we call it? Armrest. There we go. I've got the word for armrest. It is quite a nice interior in here, guys. You do get some gloss black. You might be able to see that you've got your ambient lighting that goes under there, all your controls for your climates. Glove box, yeah, it's a decent sized glove box. Door bins, not the biggest in the world, but you know, enough for what you probably need it for. Quite funky door inserts. The handle is all integrated into that little logo there. Obviously your speakers, nice, really I think these are probably one of the most comfortable sports seats I've been in. They don't hug you to the point, you know, that they're squeezing all the life out of you. You get nice John Cooper Works badging in there. They're not electric seats in this, but you do have the extended leg, whichever they call it, on there, which just makes that a little bit more comfortable. This is the 3-door version, but even in the 5-door version, legroom is like being on, well, worse than a Ryanair flight. But you know, again, if you're going to have sort of this, you know, you don't buy this car to be extremely practical. You buy it because it's fun. I'm 6'5", so there's even less room to actually my seat is touching the back seat because I'm so tall. That is, oh, we missed something down here. There we go. So these are your lighting controls. At the moment it's in automatic, so that will adjust everything automatically for you, and then you can also change the angle of which you want your lights, but obviously in automatic mode that will auto level the lights for you. And then you've got your fog light on there, and then just here, where is it? It's a little bit dark now, but you've got your mirror controls there, window controls, and you can lock the car there. That is, oh, there we go. And then you got a vanity mirror with lights on your passenger side. Have you got? Yeah, same on there. There we go. Up here you've got your SOS buttons, so if you need to call emergency services if you've had an accident, press that. If your phone's connected, it will automatically call the services and tell them where they are. You can turn your passenger airbag off, and then here you've got all your, there we go, all your lighting controls for the cabin there. That is everything, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Obviously the more you do that, the more vehicles I can take out. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. Until the next video, cheerio.